Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
It's like it's Minute-Maid, hijack fold, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let them hate.
In the midst of all of these gargantuan moves made during this historic offseason that took up most of the attention and was the talk of the town, a lot of good moves, great moves were made by a lot of teams on the fly. Just about everybody, including the old lady neighbor that I have who doesn't have cable, even knows about all the huge news and the side effects pertaining to that. I ain't gonna lie, she was complaining to me about how she couldn't get her grandson any more Clippers tickets anymore because things are expensive. But anyways, all these minor moves I feel like we're thrown in the back of the attic in our minds, along with the other irrelevant things that we keep stored back here. In today's video though, what we're gonna do is pry that door open and give some acknowledgement to some teams so we can avoid the shock that they may present us because of their play during the regular season. But before I continue on with that, you know, I gotta do my thing. I gotta put you guys on, and no, I'm not about to put you onto my clothing line or the podcast. I got something even more interesting for you right now. Let me introduce you to this unique, very unique app, Amino Apps. Now I love this app. For those of you who don't know, I've personally been using this thing since I was in high school. Since then though, they changed a lot of things and renovated. And recently they just came out with the new features that I think you would fall in love with, because it allows you to access more basketball content from me that you won't be able to see nowhere else but this app right here. They added in a new stories feature. This feature allows you to view videos like this sorta in a much more rapid and convenient manner. What I'm personally gonna do with my Amino account is do exactly what I'm doing now. And you can watch me while you're on the go, whether you're at school, at work, chilling in the car, in the train, outside for some reason. You can do it all, anywhere. For instance, my story that's gonna be up now by the time you're watching this video is gonna be about the polar opposite topic of this video. I'm gonna be talking about the worst under the radar moves that were made this offseason. I feel like I'm gonna find myself posting stories quite often because it's short and entertaining, and it's really easy to make. This app right here is a great source for you when I'm on my off days not posting, because I'm gonna be posting there too. So make sure you click the link in the description or the pinned comment to support the extra content, my mini Mojo account. Or you can go to the Google Store, App Store, and type out Amino Apps. Oh, and yeah, once you download that app, you don't only have to watch me, because plenty of people post stories about football, video games, movies, and anime if you're one of those and you watch that stuff. And just playing around ain't nothing wrong with you if you watch anime, but this app does it all. So once you download this app, go ahead, slide over to the user section and search up my username, Mojo99, and go ahead and give me a follow and enjoy the stories that I have up. The Indiana Pacers have consistently improved their rosters since the post-PG era, and along the ride so far, they've done all that is possible to build up a possible championship contender. Now it is hard, it's really hard to do such a thing, especially for an organization like them, because Indiana fans, I'm sorry, but bro, you're in Indiana. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever in my 20 years of existence on this planet of Earth have I ever seen a player or just an ordinary person be enticed or want to take a trip to all the places. Indiana? This organization is working with what they got, and they've utilized every single opportunity to get better to the max. Now that is an organization that I can respect. Their roster this past season was A-okay. They were a playoff team, but just not a serious one. Now though, this year with the additions of Malcolm Brogdon, TJ Warren, and Jeremy Lamb, three superior offensive players that they gained compared to what they used to have, they just took a considerable leap. Malcolm Brogdon is an efficiency god. He can play on ball, he can play off ball, he can play defense, he can get rebounds, he can make plays, he can just about do anything you want him to do. If he takes another step as a player this offseason and adds to his arsenal, you'd be on the verge of becoming a borderline all-star caliber player. And as for their second addition, TJ Warren, he has been overlooked his entire career. People don't take that man seriously because he was playing for a nincompoop organization in the Phoenix Suns. This man has the talent and scoring versatility thanks to him sort of revamping and re-upping his game to be a second or third option on the team. Of course, while Victor Oladipo was out. Now, Victor Oladipo is the biggest X factor for this team again. If he can be the same relentless, explosive, springy, offensive, and rude defensive player he was before the injury, then this team has the potential to be a top 3, at best top 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. There's so many players on this team around the same age looking to make some noise. Noise together, of course. Victor Oladipo, Miles Turner, Malcolm Brogdon, TJ Warren, Jeremy Lamb, Domantas Sabonis. All those guys that I just listed can hit your favorite team up for 15 points in their sleep and maybe even 20 if it's a good day. They have the potential to become some of the biggest irritants to the top teams in the East, like the Bucks, the 76ers, and the never mind, not the Raptors anymore, but the Bucks and 76ers. Or they could just be a flop and just be average. The New Orleans Pelicans have moved on to the next chapter and are on to other things. The other things that they have to attend to involve lots of length, explosiveness, and a lot of inside scoring. If we take a look at their projected starting lineup featuring guys like Zoe, Drew, Ingram, Zion, and Derek Favors possibly, they're respectable, real respectable from almost every aspect of the game. But the 3-point line, there is not one knockdown shooter in their starting lineup, and that is one of the most important aspects of the game today, as we all know. Without it, they'll be going through unnecessary struggles throughout the season, and that could hinder their growth. This starting lineup, if you ask me, is a playoff contender. They have a real strong chance of making it this year. But now with the assistance of one of the best shooters in the world, JJ Redick, they've improved their chances by a ton. He changes up a lot of things for them. When defenses decide to double team guys like Zion, Ingram, and Drew, whenever they share the same floor, with JJ in the corner or the top of the key, he'll make them double think, and that'll make Zion, Ingram, and the rest of those guys' jobs a lot easier. This single move right here could be what locks them up as a for sure playoff team. They almost got it all. The length, the versatility, the defense, the athleticism, the quickness. It's just the shooting. The shooting was the only thing that they were missing. JJ just made an immense positive impact on that big negative for them. At the end of the 2016-17 season, Avery Bradley was basically viewed as one of the best 3-and-D players in the league. For that scrappy Celtics team, he gave him 16 and 6 on efficient shooting splits, while being an irritant. I don't know if some of you guys notice this, but since then, nobody talks about them. The man has been pure cheeks ever since this 2016 season. Mainly due to injuries, of course, I'd say. Nobody ever thinks about him the same way we did about 2 to 3 years ago. Avery Bradley used to be that dude. Literally, every single elite offensive player would hate him with all of their guts. Not because of he's a douchebag, because I don't think he is. I don't know the man. But because of how hard he plays. The most devastating offensive players we've ever seen in the league have given that man praise consistently. Nowadays, though, things have been really quiet and no one mentions him in the same light anymore. His name holds little to no weight. It sucks. It actually sucks to see, but this offseason, though, he's changed his diet and he's lost up to what? 40 pounds. And towards the end of the season, in his 14 games as a Memphis Grizzly, he put up averages damn near identical to his peak Celtic days. I don't know how some of you guys feel about him, but to me, if he keeps that energy, that consistency up, and brings that grit to LA, then he could be a real threat for Danny Green's starting shooting guard spot. This man could unexpectedly be their starting shooting guard in the middle of next season. With the complete steal of a contract too, this man's only getting paid $4 million this year and $5 million next year. I can see him being a vital 3-and-D piece to assist LeBron, AD, Rondo, and Kuz. This signing right here was one of the best bargain contracts, it was one of the smartest deals, and also one of the best under the radar moves made, period, this year. This year for AB, Avery Bradley, is sort of a prove it to me year this year. A revenge year, the revenge tour. The Detroit Pistons had an extremely solid offseason this summer. They made so many good low-key moves. Taking Sekou Doumbouya at 15 in the draft, trading for a good 3-and-D role player in Tony Snell, and the best of it is being able to sign D-Rose to a good deal. Now, not by any means does this make them a championship contender or anything close to that. No, hell no, they still far from it. But what this does do though is make them solid. A solid, respectable team. Assuming the Pistons use Derrick Rose as a 6-man just for health cautions, I feel like the Pistons will have one of the better benches in the NBA because of that man Luke Kennard by his side too. The last team that had to be mentioned in today's video was the Sacramento Kings. Now, they didn't make any big signings at all, but they did end up making very smart ones. They signed a vet in Dwayne Dedmon, who was an amazing 3-and-D center. The man just knows how to get his job done, and also on top of his on-court play, he's an amazing locker room presence. That spacing that he gives everyone is going to let their star De'Aaron Fox make even more magic happen next season. Okay, actually I lied. That's not the last team that I wanted to talk about. The last team I wanted to mention was the Denver Nuggets. They traded for Jeremy Grant from the OKC Thunder for a first-round pick. Hey, If your favorite team got a first round pick, I guarantee you OKC on your line right now because they want everything. But anyways, Denver got the perfect player to pair up next to Nikola Jokic once Paul Millsap ages and, turns into ashes. Vogel doesn't end up being nothing, and also if MPJ ends up being a flop. They still got Jeremy Grant there, who is more than solid. He's an amazing young defender who has drastically improved his offensive game all around the board throughout the year. No one's going to talk about that move made that much because it's Jeremy Grant. But throughout the season, once the Nuggets are steamrolling through competition in the West, the presence of Jeremy Grant will be one of the main reasons why. This is the end of the video though, man. Those are the 7 teams that I wanted to talk about today who made under the radar low-key moves. I know there are plenty of other teams who probably made under the radar moves too, and you're probably wondering, why'd you add them in there? You tell me who I should have added in here down below in the comment section. Let me know who else should have made the cut. I may be asleep. Before I leave, don't forget to download Amino app so you can go ahead and watch my stories. More content over there. Make sure that you look up and follow my account so you can do that. But yeah, man, this is the end of the video. I really do appreciate you for taking time out of your day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I appreciate you still regardless for coming over here on my channel and seeing what I have to talk about today. Make sure you go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with all your other friends. Share the vibe, that's all you gotta do. And yeah, make sure you make the day great. And until then, I'll get right with you.
No way. Remember back when I couldn't get a play. No home, I ain't have a place to stay. I got to work, made the surf, free the way. Told my girl